So if I think about a company who has an existing MMM approach in place and you bring a new solution, you do a new model, and usually there's like a bridging process that happens where you're comparing your results to previous results that a company had seen before. If you think about something as simplistic as like a pie chart that shows you base sales and incremental sales, how different do those pie charts end up being? So when we're doing true full funnel measurement, do we see that incremental sales are a larger piece of the pie? Are we actually explaining more sales with marketing or a smaller part? Or is it more or less the same, but we're seeing kind of the individual allocations and attributions shift?
Yeah, so the way we've seen across all our brands, the way we see the results change, or in terms of the question that you ask, is it underreported or is there a change? What we see is that the traditional MMMs primarily underreport at two levels. One is from a short-term point of view, and the second is a long-term point of view. The extent of the short-term underreporting depends on how Daniel said from category to category, and there's a long-term effect that is completely missed. So what we see is that just by sheer cross-channel synergies not being measured, there's a 15 to 20% underreporting already happening at a top level. And we also do very granular audience level things where the synergies are measured more closely at that level in the network. And that actually adds to the overall to the 15-20%. And then there is a definitely, depending on category to category, another 15 to 20% of long-term effect, which is not measured, actually starts getting measured now. So if you look at it from an overall sense, it's 15 to 30% that actually varies in terms of what a traditional MMM just tells you, which is primarily a short-term impact. But if you look at it at an overall level, it's 30 to 40%. And if you look at any practitioner like us, hey, I was seeing 1 ROI and you're saying 1.4, that's a huge thing. So the way we do it is we explain them. If it were system actually helps them, we distill out the direct impact, we distill out the interaction effect, and we distill out the long-term effect. So it can be understood by the practitioners and the business in terms of how the present system, which is closer to what a direct impact actually is, because of the measurement of synergies as well as long-term, this is the additional impact. By actually providing data and the fact that we validate it very rigorously, almost 3 to 5 months of data before anyone actually takes a model live. So that's by design, we validate it, show them the result in terms of how this augmenting thing works, gives the business the confidence, gives the analytics teams the confidence in terms of making this transition. But it's not that we've identified the underreporting as a new phenomenon. There is academic research that is out there. I think we believe that we commercialized it to measure it properly. There are enough studies by Harvard Business Review, MASB, which actually did the underreporting effect. We actually feel it and live it on a daily basis.